What if everybody's wrong about Dillon Danis?
Dillon is an absolute master at staying relevant without actually doing anything.
Dillon Danis has scammed his audience on several occasions.
He's now more popular than ever, solely because of what he's been doing towards you and more specifically your fiance.
No, sir.
You're disgusting, bro. What a disgusting thing.
I'm the bad guy, bro.
She's a nice girl.
I understand that Twitter right now for you is like a group therapy session.
Yeah.
Turn to alcohol, try to drown everything out.
Yeah.
Your
I
dad
thought you wanted to do
passed
it.
away,
Yeah, he
you
did.
lost
Talk about that and see what happens.
Let's talk about it.
The unthinkable happened today.
He was in 9/11.
It was crazy.
How old were you?
I was in 4th grade or 5th grade. It was very weird for me because I remember watching it on the TV and then I remember him coming home, his whole body covered in ashes and everything. You know, he saw like people jumping and like arms flying and it was some serious shit, you know? And
after that, he became an alcoholic and...
Dillon's dad never recovered from 9/11 and he ended up leaving the family.
My mom was basically my mom and dad growing up.
And even back then, everybody wanted to beat Dillon up.
But every time I would try to go take the bus home from school, all his friends would wait outside and try to jump me or try to like put me or try to play me.
And I was getting messages like, we're gonna get you, like, we're gonna find you. They were saying like some crazy shit. And I was like, this is scary, you know? Like, I don't want to get jumped. They would try to grab me before I got onto the bus, and I was like, I can't deal with this every day. I'm not gonna be scared for my life. There's just like tens of kids. And then I had a best friend at the time, but he was a wrestler. And I called him, and I was like, dude, I've never been in a fight before. I was like, what the f do I do? I was like, I need your help. He was like, take him down and choke him. I was like, I don't know how to do that. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, just take him down. And I ended up watching like a UFC, like I think I bootlegged it on the computer, and it was St. Pierre versus Sarah, and he was taking him down.
And I ended up watching MMA and seeing how effective jiu-jitsu was.
And Dillon finally confronted the bully.
So what happened was, I took him down and I put on like a rear naked choke, and then like he tapped, you know, and everybody's like, what the f is that? This is not fighting.
He actually tapped?
Yeah, like he tapped.
And I was like, I need to start training because I need to protect myself. And I saw there was a gym by my house. I went to go train, I never stopped.
I never like really went out. I didn't really have any friends. I just trained all day, 3 times a day. I didn't even care about school. Honestly, I hated school. I just wanted to train all day. I used to have folders with the moves on it, and I would just stay in class and look at the moves.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's also a jiu-jitsu legend that Dillon would watch on YouTube.
Marcel is just so freakish. Incredible technique and aggression, perfect timing and perfect positioning.
He's so good.
And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go to Marcel's like once a week or twice a week. So my mom got me like a train pass.
Damn.
And by myself, I was like 17 going into the city. Yeah.
He was just coming visit me, I guess. Dillon, he's such a good kid. He tries so hard. Every time I see he compete, I got like a surprise how much better he get each time he's out there.
Every day, that's all I thought about. It's not crazy for someone that wants it, you know? It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter where you came from, it doesn't matter about anything. I just say, man, like, just go for it.
My mom supported me because she saw what I wanted. I always told her, like, at the end of the day, if I don't make it, I'll sleep in the gym and I'll do anything to make it to where I want to be, you know? And
I just don't want to waste that talent. So I maybe end up pushing him more because I know he has a big potential. I don't want to stop where he are.
Your run that you had when you were a brown belt is legendary.
Yeah,
Legendary.
I think it was 2 years I almost went undefeated. Like, I didn't lose a match. Yeah. You know what I mean? I won the worlds 4 times.
As you guys know, like, it's so hard to have a good example. And
Marcel was like my dad.
That's Pops.
Yeah.
And he poured so much into you. I can imagine for years.
grew up getting better in jiu-jitsu, but keep getting better person because everybody needs a good example, especially like a kids. And when I first started going to Marcel was my idol, like, and they were just watching him on YouTube all the time. And Marcel actually taught me like what it is to be a real like man and treating people right and doing the right thing. Sometimes it's more important than just submitting people. The only thing I ever thought of was just listen to what he says. And I literally been listening to everything he says, and it's got me where I am. So, you know, I'm just gonna follow his guidance to the end. You know.
But for Dillon and Marcelo, that end would come sooner than expected. After losing to Nate Diaz, Conor reached out to Dillon to improve his ground game.
Just a good guy, a solid jiu-jitsu player. He has a very attacking style jiu-jitsu game.
Conor was my idol, you know, and I looked up to Conor. We had a lot of the same mindsets, and I knew it would be good for me to go over there and train with him. And then
we were going into it every day, and I was living in the house. I learned so much
watching him and learning how he deals with certain situations and how calm he is, and yeah, he's just a different animal.
The boy is an animal. When the boy switches it on, he switches it on.
The partnership turned into a brotherhood.
I'm here for him, you know, like I have his back, as I said, and he has my back. So whenever he needs me, I'm there, and if I need him, he's there for me. So
Dillon has become a good friend, a solid training partner. He's perfect to bring in.
I'm really happy to have him as a friend, a mentor, a role model.
And soon enough came the rematch against Nate Diaz.
The night before the Nate Diaz fight, I was living with him and I was super nervous. I came up to him, we were just talking. I was like, bro, I'm actually really nervous for tomorrow. And like, he literally just looked at me, he goes, bro, look, stop being nervous. I'm gonna tomorrow. I'm gonna play with him, I promise you. And he just walked away. And then I remember we were in the tunnel, and I don't know if you've ever been back in the UFC. The dude, when he's about to come out, it's like an earthquake's about to happen. Nerve-wracking. He just turns around, he's like, you ready for this? He just pounds me. I was like, no, I am. It's nerve-wracking, bro. He deals with pressure like no one ever. It's crazy, bro.
Welcome to the future. Off, yeah, you can call me super. Man, I'm an icon. He lost to the clips in the game like my middle name is Luna. Up in the cruiser, we'll be taking off. Now you heard the rumors. Yes, I got the sauce, but you need a mover. I never took a loss in this game. I'm the ruler. Yes, I am the boss.
After defeating Nate, Conor sets his sight on the lightweight title. He's about to be on top of the world.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
If you're watching this going, oh my God, this is what I always dreamed of, and one day I have to do it.
To see him succeed and like watch, I was so happy.
Look at everybody up here. They're all dressed like me. They're all trying to talk like me. They're all trying to be me.
It inspired me 100%. So Dillon switches from jiu-jitsu to MMA and signs with Bellator.
Everything was right, the money was right, and they needed a star, you know, so.
Let's get it poppin', go and light it up, yeah, quitting ain't an option. All around the world, you can see me go trotting. I'm about to blow and you know that I ain't stopping. We making moves, breaking every record, baby, this is what I do. It was written in the stars, now I'm all over the news. It's about to go down and you know I never lose, that's the truth.
It's evolution, it's evolution.
Everything's about to change.
Do something about it. Do something about it. Did you not see me at the outside the bus now?
Conor is a brilliant businessman, regardless of whether he's fighting or not.
Man, he is a G, bro.
No,
when it comes to fighting, like it comes to the marketing, comes to mindset.
Good boy. No matter as much as he talks, he goes out there and he puts his ass on the line every time. That's more than a lot of people would do, you know?
Pointing at me and screaming, so I said, come here, like I went like this. And, you know, he came, it's crazy.
Yo, Dillon, you supporting the fight films on Patreon?
Sure.
Bro, why are you lying?
Because you're a scumbag, bro.
What?
Yeah, you're a scumbag.
Dude, your name in the credits, video breakdowns, Q&As, all the soundtracks, all good perks, no?
I'll admit to that.
Then why not sign up?
You sent me a season assist.
So you could cease being a and start supporting.
Because I'm like a man.
Then prove it.
I will prove it.
Click the link in the description, become one of my producers, and let's make some fight films.
I can't wait.
The brawl against Khabib puts Dillon on the map, but the controversial success comes at a price.
I ended up today getting Munchie and Dillon to take some time off, and I mean, take some good time off.
We had like a lot of differences because he really wants you to be like him.
They need to refocus. They not like appreciated the same values that I have.
He didn't like the way I was acting, the way I wear sunglasses and stuff like that. But like, you can't make me be the way you are.
Not be the example that I want to people here will be one day for my kids.
And I said, Marcel, listen, like, I had to make money, I had to pay my bills. And he was like, yeah, but you gotta do it for the love of the sport. And I was like, yeah, but the love of the sport doesn't pay my bills.
It's hard to talk about for me. Like, I had a lot of nights where I cried, you know, that was my guy, you know, like.
He was like a dad figure to me, Marcel, you know, he was there for me all the time, you know, like, in my opinion, you don't leave the people that you love.
Yeah.
In any way, you know?
Every time I got off the path or distract me, I mean, life can just hit me.
And life was about to happen.
At 6 foot weighing in, 175 pounds even, the grappling world champion, introducing Dillon Danis.
Takedown by Danis. He's grounded by Danis over. Paul referred. Looking for a choke. Make a choke. Well, if he blocks over some hard strikes, he's got that arm crossed over, but there's lots of ways to get that out. And now he has run it out. Belly down, armbar. Another submission win for Dillon Danis.
As he's getting ready for his third Bellator fight, Dillon gets injured while training with Conor.
My knee just went all the way out, blew out. It was supposed to be a 3 to 4 hour surgery, but ended up being 7.5 hours. The surgery ended up failing, which is 1 in a million, which is crazy. So I just had another surgery.
The injuries I went through, people don't come back from. One. I went through 2 in the same year. I couldn't move. I had a knee brace on. I was in crutches for almost 2 years. And I went through a deep hole. You can't walk. You can't wipe your own ass. You're taking a shit on the side of the bed because you can't get up.
Are you worried that you'll never fight again?
No.
But it's been 2.5 years now, and
there was nothing to do besides get into trouble and do stupid shit.
Turns out, Dillon's quite gifted at that.
I would kill John Jones in a jiu-jitsu match.
If I had to get in a street fight like Masvidal or something like that, it would be easy.
Why
you're talking about Ben Askren, right?
Yeah.
It would be an easy submission for me. What's his name? Matt?
No, Khamzat Chimaev.
He's terrible.
You think Patty the Batty's terrible?
Terrible.
I don't need to be in training camp for Usman. Come on.
Jordan Bros is a little bit easier in the match to me in wrestling.
You had a thing with Nate. Yeah. I think you had a thing with Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
You had a thing with Michael Bisping.
Yeah.
You had a thing with John Jones.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Dos Anjos.
Dos Anjos, that's right. None of them Bellator fighters, by the way. None of these fights can actually happen.
You have had 2 MMA fights, but somehow whoever you talk shit about responds to you.
It's the only way they get popular.
Be honest.
What?
What else is more entertaining?
On Twitter?
Before, where he was getting mad at me for
Hey, look! It's Conor McGregor's right there! Push! Push! This! Push!
Jake and Logan Paul. After years spent developing a massive following on social media, the two brothers cross over to boxing and wrestling. They'll be at the forefront of what's now widely known as influencer boxing.
I think we'll fight eventually, and Dillon, I know you're watching this, and just remember you're still a bitch and hooked up with your girlfriend.
Either it's going to happen in the ring, or it's going to happen in the street, or it's going to happen at his house.
So instead of returning to Bellator, Dillon switches to influencer boxing.
Originally, I was going to fight Logan Paul. It was already signed, everything was done, ready to go, and then he blew his knee out in WWE, and he wanted me to wait for his knee surgery and stuff like that, and I was like, I'd rather just fight. I don't want to keep waiting. So they offered KSI.
I can knock you out.
Let's do it right now.
Well, right now.
I'll do that right now.
One little slap.
Yeah, no more.
He's just a piece of
These little YouTube auctions, they're gonna see what a real fighter feels like.
He's the scum of
Call him KSI. Easy work. Easy work.
I'm setting the line at minus 9,000. Fight doesn't happen. Dillon Danis versus KSI. He is underprepared. He doesn't have a team. He doesn't have a coach.
As you guys are aware, I got a phone call saying Dillon is pulling out of the fight.
I'm still very angry with Danis. It's just, why waste everyone's time?
Dillon Danis has become the wet fart of combat sports.
Were any reasons given to you for the pullout?
From what they said to me is that he's underprepared, he has no coach, he might be struggling with weight.
You don't know why he pulled out of the fight. You do not know why he is not boxing KSI. You just think that you do.
Well, do you want to talk about that at all?
Nah.
You don't even bring it up.
I couldn't train, I couldn't fight, my dad passed, my friend passed, and there was just so much going on at one time. It was just so easy to
just drown yourself.
Basically.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Yeah.
From morning till night.
Wow.
I hit a rock bottom, and I saw the people around me that loved me scared for my life. And then, there was a couple of times that I just didn't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of regrets.
And somehow, probably only one person in the world could rescue Dillon's image.
When I entered this fight, I knew Dillon was a scumbag. I didn't think he'd take it as far as he did.
This is a fight game, though, so why is Logan complaining about this shit? He know what he signed up for.
Maybe you didn't think you were gonna start posting nudes of his wife.
Your life's gone downhill ever since you got kicked out of Marcelo's gym. I get it.
Well, look at you.
Yeah, I get it.
You know a little bit.
Because I understand that Twitter right now for you is like a group therapy session. Yeah. Turn to alcohol, try to drown everything out.
Yeah. I thought you wanted to do it. Yeah, he did. Talk about that and see what happens.
What scares me is to be someone that no one really has opinion about.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So either you hate me or you love me. You're still gonna watch me.
How long do you want to be in the fight game?
Until I win a world championship.
And then you feel like you'd be okay?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that.
Guys, I'm on a mission to create a fight universe here on YouTube. Picture the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but with real fighter stories, one documentary at a time. It's a really ambitious mission, but it's all possible thanks to every single name you see right here. If you want to join my journey and have your part to play in building the fight verse, click on the popcorn and hop on board. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.